Welcome back to another video, and this is a quick follow-up on a recent video that I took in which I looked at the maximum Wi-Fi range of the DJI Neo 2. Now in that video I managed to get about 150 meters, but I didn't have the 04 transceiver module attached. Now in my opinion this module is designed for use with the RC2 and FPV systems, but many of you commented that in order to get the maximum range of about 500 meters you need to have this attached. So let's test that today. Now the conditions are quite different today. It's quite foggy and misty. Beautiful conditions. I took some test footage with the Neo 2 and I'll show that now. It's absolutely beautiful today, but it does require a new control test. So let's do that now without the transceiver attached, and then I'm going to pop this on and see what kind of range we can get with it. Let's get going. Here we go. So far so good. Okay, so that's just disconnected about 150 meters. So one of the problems is because it's quite misty today, the drone does get quite covered in moisture and water. So if you want like a sort of water test on this, there you go. Okay, module attached, drone powered up, Bluetooth turned off. Let's get going and see what we can get with this one. So I'm going the same height, same direction as last time. 50 meters, getting a little bit framey, starting to break up already. And interference. I've got, no, lost connection. Okay, that was less than the last test, it's just reconnected. Let's try that again. Okay. I'm the same height as before. Got up to 115 meters. It's starting to twitch a little bit. And 134. It's starting to get framey again. 138. And lost connection, 138 meters. Yeah, so I'd be really careful in misty conditions like this, flying through low clouds. That obstacle detection, obstacle avoidance does play havoc a little bit, especially when you return to home, it'll go all over the place. That's worth bearing in mind. Okay, so there we go. In that test, at least in these conditions, you get no improvement in Wi-Fi range if you have that module attached or not. I will take another set of tests in a different location just to be fair and to make sure that I can't be deemed as being biased. But so far, I would say that that module has nothing to do with your Wi-Fi range. So there we go. Okay, so the result today has been the same in every location. I don't get more range with that transceiver attached than I do without it in Wi-Fi mode. However, there's one big thing that I haven't done yet. I've turned off other Bluetooth devices and Wi-Fi devices apart from my mobile phone, but I haven't turned off my cellular services on my mobile phone. Now that's a really big factor. Now I didn't think that'll make a big difference because there's a very different frequency to what Wi-Fi tends to transmit on. Now have a look at the footage I took earlier. On one side we've got the transceiver attached, the other side is the transceiver detached. This is with the cellular services turned off. Have a look and see what the range looks like. What you'll see is as I'm flying along, I'd say the signal is a little bit stronger, a bit more stable with the transceiver attached, so I'll give it that. But quite crucially, we get about the same sort of range. We get about 300 to 320 meters, whether it's with or without the transceiver attached, before we lose complete signal. So yes, granted, you might have something a bit more stable with that transceiver attached, and that's quite important because what's the point in flying 200 meters if it's cutting out all the time? But we did get to 300 meters even without the transceiver attached. So that's a really big piece of information to take away from this video, that you have to have your cellular services turned off in order to get the maximum range out of this, regardless whether you use the transceiver or not. Okay, let's summarize those findings then. Do you get more range with or without that transceiver module attached for Wi-Fi transmission? In my opinion, In my test today, so this is just me, other people might say something different, so take it with a pinch of salt, but I've done a lot of testing and I don't find you get any more range, if anything, with that transceiver attached. Now what you do seem to get, provided you turn off your cellular services on your mobile phone, is a slightly stronger transmission signal. So I'll give it that, and that's worth something. But in my opinion, you don't get more range. You get about 300 meters, 320 meters. Another thing we've learned is, do you need that transceiver to get more than 50 meters? No. We got 300 meters, which is way more than 50 meters without that transceiver attached. I've done that test several times and I've managed to get way more than 50 meters without it attached. So that's another fact check for you guys. Another thing is, it's really important to consider that Wi-Fi signals in different regions, whether you're in the CE or FCC, will be different strengths. So CE regions tend to, or at least on some of the frequencies that Wi-Fi operates on, tends to be a little bit weaker, lesser transmission power, so that will affect your results. The mobile phone device that you're using will affect things a little bit. I was using an iPhone 15 Pro Max. That's got the Wi-Fi 6E system. That will affect it. You've got the newer Wi-Fi 7 that might make it a little bit better. So you've got those factors as well. And also Wi-Fi interference where you're currently flying will also affect things. So there's a lot of different factors to consider, but we do know that that transceiver is not required to get more than 50 meters or even up to 200 to 300 meters. Hope that helps you. Hope that helps you decide whether or not to buy that transceiver. If you want a stronger signal strength as you're flying further, then maybe, but it's not essential to fly 200, 300 meters, but make sure that you turn off your cellular services. Hope you found this useful and informative. Until next time, lots more content on this little beast coming out soon, so stay tuned, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.